Hello and welcome to the Beauty Know-It-All. It's a grey autumn evening, so I thought I'd bring some light into your life. Some LED light, some light emitting diode light into your life. Because if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen me prattling around at a Space NK Dr. Dennis Gross launch earlier this week, where I was testing out the new Spectralite by Dr. Dennis Gross, which is an at-home LED mask that you put on your face to target those peri-orbital wrinkles, of which I've got lots because, well, I'm a middle-aged woman, so why wouldn't I have them? And I'm also super smiley and super grinny, so you get them. And so I'm particularly fascinated, but it got me thinking about the fact that LED, light-emitting diode, is now becoming available on the high street. And there was a time only 4 or 5 years ago where you would have to go to sort of Kate Somerville in LA or some super flash Harley Street clinic to have light-emitting diode as part of your treatment. And what you would do is you would have a facial and then the therapist would choose the colour of the light emitting diode to suit your skin's needs. And for me it was normally red light, because red light is the healing collagen elastin boosting light that they use in anti-aging facials. And I know there's a backlash against anti-aging, but basically skin firming facials. However, I also knew that green and blue light were used to treat acne, and if you have breakouts you could have that as a treatment as well. And what they would do is you'd have your facial and you'd have your peel and your scrub and whatever. And then they would put this light over your face and leave you for 15 minutes. And I had it available on the high street for the first time when I tested the Elizabeth Arden facial, and I'm going to drop in some archive shots of me here having it. And it got me thinking, God, you know, this is now available everywhere on the high street. This is no longer an in-clinic, in-doctor, nurse practice. So I want to talk about how LED works. It's basically something called phototherapy. It's been around for 40 years and it's been used if you've ever been to a physio and you've had a bad knee or a bad shoulder. You'll see them using infrared light on you. That's that red light that sort of heats up and it boosts lymphatic drainage, and it also boosts blood flow so that you can start to heal more quickly. And then in the process they found out that it also boosts skin healing and wound healing. And it does this by sending energy into the dermis, which we've talked about this before: stratum corneum, epidermis, dermis. And it's the dermis where all the collagen and elastin's made. And depending on the wavelength, in this case the colour of the LED, because light emitting diode is visible spectrum light, then it depends how far it goes into the skin. So there are different wavelengths to target different things in the skin, but obviously red light, or the visible spectrum of red light, is what's used to target lines and wrinkles. And I'm going to grab these eye masks. You'll have seen them before on my Instagram, so you'll know how crazy they look. So here it is. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Spectralite, and it's £175, and it's available from Space NK and Dr. Dennis Gross direct. And essentially, I've got a really big head, forgive me, okay? So essentially it goes on like this. You get your hair out of the way, obviously. And then the light goes on. And if you position it just correctly, essentially the lights are all around here. And if you have it on quite tight to your face, then it doesn't impinge on your eyesight that much. If you sort of fanny around with it, which we did at the launch, it can seem quite bright in your eyes. But let me get my hair out of the way, so actually I don't want to waste it. Now obviously you would not do it with makeup on. I wear mineral makeup, it's got an SPF in it. You wear anything with an SPF in, you're going to stop the light getting into your skin. Now this delivers 4 types of LED, and I've got the booklet down here to remind me what they are. They are amber at 605 nanometers, red at 630 nanometers, that's the most common anti-aging one. The amber gets into the epidermis, the red gets into the dermis. 660 nanometers is deep red. They're the 2 wavelengths normally used, and they've also got infrared light at 880 nanometers. Now I'm going to take these off, show you what they look like inside. Slightly blinded now. That's what they look like inside. So you can see that's to target the little, I don't have them, I'm very lucky, I'm a raiser, not a frowner, but that's the 2 lines there that people most commonly have Botox for. And then at the side there, which basically sits either side here, the side. I think personally I'd want them to go slightly further down, but I'm a wrinkled old hag, that's why. And that works for just 3 minutes. So 3 minutes daily. Each charge for this, by the way, and you charge it on your computer, will give you 10 treatments. So that once that's fully charged, it'll work for 30 minutes, and that's 10 treatments of just 3 minutes a day. The question is it cumulative? And there aren't really any independent studies to show that short, sharp bursts of LED work in the same way as the clinically proven wound healing longer bursts. However, Dr. Dennis Gross did do a trial, a clinical study of this, and he found that 97% of the people who used it over a 10-week trial found some visible reduction in their lines around their eyes, and that must be at rest, not smiling, obviously, because that's a mobile line and that's a resting line, and it's my cat talking down there, there's Boo Boo. It's the resting lines that you want to try and target. Do these little gadgets work? Well, the most commonly quoted study combined LED with, which was only published last year, combined LED with a really strong green tea extract. And they studied them separately and found that the combination worked best of all. And the reason that that works is because although these things are proven to stimulate collagen, they are also a source of oxidation. Not surprisingly, really, because the LED light that comes out of this is similar to what would come out of a tailgate of a car or a computer. Both of them, at the right intensity, can boost collagen, but we also know that they cause oxidation. So my advice would be use them on freshly cleansed skin, load up with your antioxidant serum, and then go for it, because the antioxidant serum will not get in the way of the light emitting diode getting into your skin. You can't put an SPF on, obviously. No fighting cats. You can tell it's raining outside. And so what you'll do is you'll protect yourself from oxidation, but you will get the benefit. I'd be really interested to see, you know, I've only had this 2 or 3 days. It's too soon for me to say if it works. What I'm giving you is an overview of what I think LED does. Now, proven to work at exposures of 15 to 20 minutes. Will it work at 3 minutes? Only time will tell for me, but I do trust Dr. Dennis Gross. When I put up on Instagram that I was going to do this, I shan't name him, a very famous formulating chemist in the UK that has his own skincare range said to me, I'd be really interested to see what you have to say about those. And I said, well, I'd be far more interested to hear what you have to say. You're the brains in this outfit. And he said to me, collagen boosting, maybe. Line and wrinkle reduction, I'm not so sure. So are these things working at a level that will reduce wrinkles? Dr. Dennis Gross and his clinical study of 97% of people over 10 weeks say yes. I think if you've got £175 and if you're shopping in Space NK, you probably are a bit of a beauty aholic anyway. If you've got £175 and you're particularly concerned about these lines, you don't want to go for Botox, similar price to Botox, why not give it a go? But combine it with an antioxidant serum. Dr. Dennis Gross has loads, really good one actually. He's got loads of really good vitamin C products that would work really well with that. Now, the other thing I want to show you is this. This is $59.99 and it's available from Boots. And it is Neutrogena's Visibly Clear Light Therapy Acne Mask. You turn it on there. That comes with an active, by the way, this whole thing is $59.99, but you have to replace this, which is the chargeable activator, every 30 goes. It's got a timer on it, it's got a counter on it there. So I don't suffer from acne. This only says 29 because obviously I've never tested it before. Let me show you what it's like inside. It's got little glasses, that means it's easy to wear. And inside it's got red and blue light. The red light, as we know, is wound healing and it's anti-inflammatory and it boosts collagen, which is very important if you've got acne because you can obviously get enlarged pores. The blue light is antibacterial. And this is proven to work in clinical trials. I was very impressed by this and I did a whole page on it in Hello when it came out. It's very space age, isn't it? I feel like I'm wasting this and I should give this to somebody. Who out there would like this? Who out there suffers from acne? Because it's wasted on me. Unless they make this into a pair of knickers to get rid of the only area I get breakouts, it's no good to me. But it's proven to work. Absolutely proven to work. This is 10 minutes every single day, which means it's $59.99 for an original outlay, and then it's $14.99 a month. But this is backed by Neutrogena, which is owned by Johnson & Johnson. I'm impressed by Johnson & Johnson. They do their research very thoroughly, and they have proven this in a clinical trial over a 12-week period. 90% of people saw a reduction in their acne and breakouts. It has to be used every single day. My advice would be to use this with super clean skin and a lightweight antioxidant serum. Again, anything without any oil in it, obviously if you've got acne. Because I do have my question over the oxidative stress that these things put your skin under. But I guess if you suffer from acne, that's not your primary thought in life, is it? It's less of a problem if you're young and you're suffering from acne, but I think I would still team this with a really lightweight antioxidant serum. And I would use it every single day. These things do work, and I think even if you come back in 5 years' time and you go, those gadgets didn't work that well at the time and they've been superseded by something that's amazing, at least these companies are trying something new, and they're trying to put the technology that used to only be available in super high-end clinics 5 years ago and super expensive spas and clinics nowadays into your hands, and that can only be a good thing. This, highly recommended. This, I'm going to wait and see if it works on me. The problem with me always is compliance. I get this on my desk and I try it for a week, and I get a derma roller in and I try that for a week, and the problem is that I just have to test so many different things. So I'd be really interested to see anybody in the States where this has been available for a while tried this and liked this, and anybody found that this has sorted out their acne. I would be really grateful for your feedback. Are they worth the money? That's the question. $59.99 with a $14.99 activator every single month. Definitely worth trying if you suffer from really bad breakouts, because that can be crippling. This one, slightly more expensive, £175. For me, LED light therapy is proven to help clear acne. Whether 3 minutes every single day will get rid of your fine lines, I'm not so sure. I think the jury's out on it. However, I think if you're frightened of Botox or frightened of needles and you want to target this area around your eyes and here, that's well worth trying and combining with a really good antioxidant eye serum. The thing I like about both of them is you don't have to sit in front of sort of a static unit and just sort of stare into space. You can walk around with these and have a bit of fun, can't you? It's a sort of slightly sort of Phantom of the Opera meets, what's that band called that play with Pharrell? I can't remember what they're called. The guys that, oh, I'm useless. I'm far too old to know anything about hip music. I spent my whole life studying skincare. There you go. That's the Beauty Know-It-All on LED phototherapy. Let me know if you've tried any gadgets and you think they work. For me, I've had lots of facials with it, but obviously one treatment you can't really tell. You do need to use these things fairly regularly, I think, and that's the advantage of these. They've made them available so you can use them at home. Any questions, let me know. All the details about where you can get everything will also be below. I'll also put the links down to some other things I did find that are available on Boots. So if they're available in Boots, they'll sort of be available in Walgreens as well, won't they? I'll put those down below. But these things are interesting because you can put them on and walk around. You don't have to, you could technically even watch TV in these. You don't have to sit there in front of a static machine, so that makes them easier. Let me know what you think. I should do a piece about my favourite antioxidant serums. So many people of you have asked. There aren't actually that many great ones around. So I'm going to research lots of them next week, and I'll do antioxidant serums coming up because I do think they should be used every single day. Glossier is launching in the UK next week. I'm going to do a video about my favourite products from Glossier because it's actually very interesting. The ones I love, I've really loved, and they've become a firm favourite in my kit every single day, and then the other ones I'm like, so, but you know, not one size fits all. So I'll do antioxidant serums, I'll do Glossier, and then I've got 2 dupes videos coming up. One makeup, one skincare. Thank you so much for watching. I can't turn off all these lights now, look. I'm kind of blinded.